Yeah, I did. I hit 450. Was it worth it? Definitely not worth it. I didn't realize until I hit the power cap that you're not guaranteed tier fives when you play PvE content. I didn't know that only was for PvP. So I haven't really played Destiny 2 since. It's kind of disappointing, but I know in the next update comes out, I think September 9th, they're gonna address that. But until then, I'm like, what's the point? I mean, I just spent so much time hitting the max power cap, and you're not even guaranteed the tier 5 rewards. So there's like no difference between 400 power to 450, to be honest.
Trojan virus detected. Safety protocols activated.
Yeah, I have no idea, man, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe it has to be they just didn't play test or something, because there's no way they thought if you grind to the max rank, you're not guaranteed the best rewards. I mean, that's crazy to me. It it really doesn't make sense, especially with all the controversy on the new TWID that they released. I don't know what Destiny's doing, to be honest. I really don't know why I went all the way to power 450. It's like, for what? Like, I genuinely thought once I hit 450, I'm like, okay, I could finally start grinding the gear sets with tier 5 drops only, and then it's where I can start min-maxing. Nope, that is not how that works, at least not right now. We gotta wait for the next major content drop for that to be a thing. Which is pretty interesting because, what's it called? The Destiny drop will happen September 9th, and that's, I think, when the next season starts for Division, so I'll be kind of ping-ponging back and forth trying to make sure I'm up to date on all that. I'll definitely focus on, what's it called? Destiny, just to get to that 500 power cap, but then I don't think I'll put as much time as I did to hit that 550 power cap once they update that, because I'm like, well, I got screwed over getting to 450, so I'm not really going to try as hard to hit 550. They really are. I mean, Destiny is like is so backwards sometimes. I don't understand. I don't know why. Um, the grind is so punishing, to be honest. Like I'm telling you, once I hit 450, I'm like, well, why am I not guaranteed the highest loot? I mean, going from 400 to 450 took so long, just running the same mission over and over. It's like, why am I not getting rewarded with the best of the best stuff?
Trojan virus detected. Warning. System breach. Initiating safety protocols.
Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. It doesn't get any easier now because once you hit over 400 to get those tier 5s, you gotta still get those prime engrams. They don't just drop tier 5s randomly, or they're not even guaranteed at the ends of activities. It's only the prime engrams still, so I don't understand. Like I never even got a maxed out gear set aside from the event one, obviously because it was dropping at tier 5 guaranteed. But yeah, no, I don't have any of the gear sets all tier 5, min-maxed because it just doesn't drop. I mean, it's such a rare drop that it's like, is it even worth, running the same mission 1,000 times just to get that extra, you know, five points, if that? Yeah, no, that's the great thing about Division 2. At least you could focus the loot. Because Destiny, I mean, you can do activities that drop the loot you want, but the odds of like focusing it to this extent, that doesn't exist. I wish Destiny had something similar to this activity. It would really help with the grind. Because you can't even like recalibrate your armor sets to the extent you can in this game. So I don't know. I think Division does a lot right, um, compared to other games. So that's why I don't really complain about anything in the Division, even though I'm sure there's a crowd that despises everything that this game has. When you play this and Destiny, you're like, wow, Division is not so bad compared to what else is out there. Yeah, I could see that. Well, no, I think I agree with that too, because the amount of materials it takes to expertise everything is ridiculous in this game. Like compared to Destiny 2, yeah, getting the tier 5 armor is hard. Or well, it's not hard, but just grindy. Min-maxing, you could make a build, like a good build in this game pretty quickly, you know, without min-maxing, just having like a decent setup. But like super min-maxing, expertise 30 guns, you know, 20 armor. I mean, it's just such a mineral dump. It's crazy. I definitely think to like min-max your builds, Destiny's easier than this game, but that's just kind of the trade-off.
I don't have to complain about guard duty being boring anymore.
No, definitely not. Not to the extent I grinded to 450 light. No, no way. It was such. It really was a letdown. I'm not even gonna lie. Once you hit the power cap, the 450 cap, and you realize, hey, wait a minute, all of your drops aren't tier 5. It's like, wait, and what was the point of me spending all this time and running, you know, the same 2 missions over and over, thinking that I was gonna hit, you know, guaranteed tier 5 drops. I didn't realize we had to wait till Ash and Iron for that. But I think overall with that update, it's gonna make everything significantly easier from my understanding. But knowing Bungie, that's never the full truth. So we'll see what comes of it. But 500, I'll definitely grind to, no problem. Anything past 500, pretty debatable. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, more power to you, man. If you go do the grind from 500 to 550, you know, pretty early on into the season, I mean, that's gonna be crazy because no way I'm doing that again. I know it'll be more worth it this time, but it's like, oh man, do I really want to sit and do the same missions again for, you know, 8 hours a day, what it felt like, just to, you know, min-max. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the drop rates are like. I know they're reworking all of the drop rates, so maybe it'll be worth it, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. I forget what that's called, the ultimate raid or something like that, whatever they're calling it, where they're changing a few mechanics in each encounter and adding a boss, I think. I don't know, something like that. Probably not. I will definitely watch. I know they're going to be streaming it. Um, Bungie will be restreaming it with CB Gray and whoever else he streams with. So I'll definitely be watching it, but definitely not going to throw myself in there into the wolves and spend, you know, 48 hours with a raid team trying to get the, I don't know what drops. I think an emblem catalyst for the rocket launcher, and I don't know what else. What tier 5 loot? I guess I don't know, but definitely no. I'll be watching on the sidelines for this one. Because with the initial drop of that raid, I did try it. I think we spent like 6 hours on the first boss. I started watching like Cross and seeing where everybody was, and we were all kind of stuck at the same point. And the moment I saw, I think Grenadier Jake give up, he said, you know, it's not worth the time and effort to put into completing the raid. I was like, yep, I 100% agree, and that's kind of where we cut off as well. So I never got the day 1 clear of the new raid, and I don't think I'll do the contest mode either for the revamp of it. Now, on the other hand, if this game had a day 1 contest mode type of raid, I would 100% do it. I like the raids in this game. They're pretty cool. They're very, I mean, basic, but they're pretty cool. It's just hard finding people, you know, that have an idea of what to do. I mean, they don't really have to be experts at all in the raids, but just to have an idea to find people, and man, that's hard enough already. But it's all good. I'm glad they have these types of events to help people get the raid guns. Even though the drop rate is like so small, at least you have a chance. No, definitely no. I don't play Call of Duty really anymore. As you know, Black Ops 3 was kind of my cutoff. I played a little bit of Infinite Warfare, but anything past that, I mean, I played some Cold War. That was about it. I never really got into the whole Warzone, Battle Royale, anything like that, so yeah, Black Ops 3 was it. I spent so much time on that game that I said, you know, we're good. And the only reason why I stopped was because the glitch classes, they weren't too bad, you know, where you can overstack your classes with attachments and perks. I didn't really care. That really didn't bother me. It was more the God mode glitch that came out with being able to do those glitch classes. At that point, I was like, okay, well, if I can't even kill the guy, I'm like, okay, what is the point of even trying? But yeah, the glitch classes themselves, you know, where you could have 17 slots on a 10 class system. I didn't really care. I mean, yeah, they had a slight advantage, but as long as you have a good aim, you know, good movement, it didn't, you know, I didn't really care. Didn't bother me. Didn't really affect my gameplay. But the God mode, obviously, that sucked because, well, as soon as the guy joins with God mode, you know, he's dropping all the streaks, dropping the power core, all of your abilities, everything like that just ceases, you know, just stops. So it's like, what the heck's the point of playing? But yeah, Black Ops 3 for me was kind of peak if I had to compare to all the Call of Duties I played until the cheaters took over. And that was the end of that. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to Destiny. And I played Destiny for God knows how long, still do. Now I played Division. Division 1 I played a lot. This is my first season playing Division 2. I really like it. I don't know if this is like a peak for Division, a low point for Division, but what we have now is I really like it. Well, I can't really speak on other seasons, so I mean, I don't know, take my opinion with a grain of salt, but I really liked this season. I thought it was pretty good.
Follow all lockdown safety protocols.
Yeah, striker. That's kind of what I use. I just use whatever the meta is. I've tried obviously other gear sets, Hunter's Fury, whatever, but obviously you can't go wrong with striker. Once you start building those stacks, get up to what 200 stacks with the chest piece, and you're good to go. Pop alt. Once you get a few kills, your assault link, and you're hitting like 2.5 million damage a shot with like St. Elmo's engine, or even with the Lexington, you could really get high up there. And it's like, what else do you need? You could literally breeze through all the content without any expertise, without nothing. So yeah, I like strikers. Sometimes I try Hunter's Fury, but you know, I always default back to the stuff that works really well. Oh, you should. You should definitely do it. Why not? Right? I mean, I know with the reworks, you can rerun the what is it? Conquest over and over. They dropped so much loot, it was crazy. So it's nice that they're unlocking that so you don't have to only do it once a season. So definitely give it a shot. I mean, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Like the grind from 400 to 450, like I said, was such a bit of a letdown. I was like, oh man, I don't think I want to do it again. But knowing me, I'll probably get sucked right back into Destiny and go all the way from, you know, 450 right now to 500, and then close that gap between 500 and 550 within, you know, first few weeks. And then hopefully once we hit 550, tier 5s actually drop, not like with the what they're doing right now with the prime engrams only. I think that's really unfair for the people that grinded. Oh, same here, man. Besides the Crucible set, the Trials set, I think no, honestly, I think on Titan, I was so focused on min-maxing my Lustrous armor that I ended up actually missing out on getting boots. So I have the whole set minus the boots, so it kind of sucks that I was so hyper-focused on making sure every armor piece was, you know, perfectly rolled with the perfect focus on my gear that I kind of didn't grind enough to even get, you know, a full set, whether that be good armor or bad. It is what it is. I mean, not like I really care, to be honest. I mean, gear sets aren't as strong as they are in Division. In Division, the gear sets are like a must-have. Destiny, not so much. You could kind of throw together anything and it'll still work just as well. So I don't know. I prefer the Division way where the gear sets are more required. I think it makes the characters look cleaner, makes builds more clean looking, rather than the Destiny 2 way of, well, it doesn't matter what gear set you're using because they're so mediocre that, you know, you could throw one piece of every set on and you'll still be just as good as the guy that has a full, or well, not as good, but basically as good as a guy that has a full maxed out gear set build. So I don't know. I prefer the Division 2 way of armoring and grinding for now. No, I'm telling you, man, you could get like the jankiest build in Destiny 2, like just the most random bottom of the barrel build, and still kind of power your way through raid content. Or not even raid, just like high end content, whether that be like Crucible, you know, any type of PvP trials, Iron Band or whatever, or running like Grandmaster content or Ultimatum content when that comes out in a few weeks, and you'll still be probably fine. You don't have to min max at all, you know, whatever. Not so much in Division 2. Division 2, you definitely gotta put a little bit more thought and effort into your builds. I don't know, it's two sides of the same coin, kind of, since they're both looter shooters, but I don't know. The Destiny way for me is way too simplified. I prefer the Division 2 way, where you have to put some effort into your build. Because like I said, Destiny 2, you could run in with, I mean, they're literally melee only builds, and you're still perfectly fine. And people are running around with glaives in Crucible. They max out their melee stat, and then they just run around with glaives and have a void warlock build or some kind of build that gives them health regen, and they're like unkillable. It's the most like frustrating thing to play. Just seeing a guy charge at you with a glaive, and there's like basically nothing you can do about it because they could sometimes, if they build up enough stacks, just one tap you. So that's Destiny in a nutshell for you. Yep, that's the one right there. It's Strand Warlock. No, you got it, man. Yeah, no, the Strand Warlock is a nightmare to go up against in the Crucible. When I play comp and I see that, I'm like, bro, I am I'm putting on anything. I'm making sure I'm all the way in the back so he takes as long as possible for him to try to get me because it sucks playing against them because they just kind of camp around corners and then as soon as you try to slide in or whatever, they just melee you to death or they put their rift down and spawn those threadlings and they just hunt you down as well. So can't win, man. I know exactly what you're talking. Dude, I died so far around the corner once because you could ricochet the knives. I mean, it was so absurd how far I died around the corner with the knives. I don't know if he had like a buff or like swashbuckler or something on his gun, but bro, I'm telling you, I got one tapped. The knife must have ricocheted like 5 times off the walls, and it still hit me, and I was just like, what do you want me to do against that? I mean, like, that's the most RNG, nonsense I've ever seen. But that's Destiny Crucible, bro. I mean, it's just so cheesy that like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, there's more. You spend more time throwing knives or meleeing people with glaives than actually shooting. So it is what it is, bro. I mean, I guess that's the meta that they wanted.
Trojan virus detected. Safety protocols activated.
Yeah, same here. The dungeons are by far my favorite content in Destiny. I just really like them. You know, they're just under the difficulty of a raid. You know, most people have an idea of what to do, so you know you're not just carrying two bodies across the map the entire dungeon. When they had the Rite of the Nine, I think it was called, event happening right before the DLC drop, Edge of Fate, I really enjoyed it. You know, running that over and over and getting the loot, even though the loot is basically obsolete right now since it's not in the tiered system that Bungie made. I really enjoyed it. You know, when they had Pantheon a while ago, like a year ago, two, I don't know how long ago. I really liked it. Like gauntlets like that, whether they're raid gauntlets, dungeon gauntlets, that's where I really love the games to be. Kind of the benefit of those is, one, you get to test yourself, you know, how well do you really know each encounter if you're gonna just be thrown into a random encounter inside of a random raid, right? So it's nice to, you know, really test that. But two, it obviously teaches others, you know, in certain encounters in each raid or dungeon, you know, makes everybody better. I think that's what the game really needs. It just needs, one, a more open community that's willing to learn the encounters. I think most people just want to stand still and just be showered in loot while the other five guys do all the mechanics and everything else. So one, the community needs a little work on that, but two, I think Bungie doesn't do enough to teach the mechanics per se. I like what they did with Rite of the Nine, where you could go into like that I don't know, assisted game difficulty. I don't know what to even call it, to where it showed you, they wrote out on what you got to do, showed you using icons where you got to go, how to do each mechanic. I think that if they introduce that to all the dungeons and all the raids, Destiny would be in a much better shape, at least end game content wise. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used it. I mean, I saw they have some kind of matchmaking. I've never used it. I've only played the raids with friends, so I'm very fortunate to not have to. I don't even know how people would find raids, raid people to do the raids with. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say dumb as the LFG is on Destiny. At least they have one. I mean, eventually you can find five people that have a brain and be able to do that, the raid or whatever. But I think Division should definitely have that. I mean, I know most people say, communication would be a nightmare, whatever, excuse. I wouldn't say excuse, but it's kind of what it is. It just wouldn't work. I mean, Destiny has it, and somehow people are clearing the raids, and I think the raids in that game are much more intensive than the ones we have here. So yeah, maybe the developers here will implement an LFG, and you might have to filter through a whole bunch of people that don't know what they're doing, but eventually you'll stumble onto some guys that know what they're doing, and and you'll be able to complete the raids and get your raid guns. Thanks, Hell Smasher. I really appreciate the follow. It really means a lot, and thank you for even clicking on my channel. But yeah, going back to the rating, they should definitely implement just for the normal version of the entire raid, a LFG.
Warning. System breach. Initiating safety protocol.
Same here, man. Like, I have no problem, filtering through the people that know what they're doing and, don't have a clue. I have no problem filtering through them. Like, if someone is open to learning the mechanics, I will happily teach them, right? I have no problem doing that. I can tell you exactly what to do and what not to do. The problem is a lot of people, like I said, they just want to stand still or, ad clear, I guess, and just have all the loot just dropped on top of them. I mean, that's the part that really annoys me. So I will happily teach every person how to do encounters of a raid or a dungeon, no problem. The problem I have is with the people that just, sit there, ad clear, or try to. I wouldn't even. The people that say they're gonna ad clear half the time do a terrible job ad clearing. So it's not even like they're ad clearing. They're just kind of, I don't know, just bodies on the field basically. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why Division wouldn't or shouldn't add LFG matchmaking for like the actual raid, not like the segmented raid system they have going on right now.
Communication systems shut down.
Finished? No, I've done contests a few times. Crow Design Vogue. think Vow the Disciple. Vow was such a nightmare. I mean, the opening encounter, you know how you get through it and then it crashes. That was as far as I did with that one. I was like, oh, I'm good. But for me, dungeons, man, dungeons are where it's at. I have done all of the contest modes that they have offered in the dungeons so far. I know Ash and Iron, or I don't think Ash and Iron. I don't know. One of the DLCs will be releasing with a new dungeon. So I will definitely be running the contest mode of that for sure. I really like dungeons. I think they're the perfect length. They're not, you know, raid level difficulty and raid level like time wise. I think it's like the perfect in between. And I think everybody can learn the dungeons. You know, some raids, some people just can't really wrap their minds around how to do them, like some of the mechanics. But I think dungeons, everybody can figure it out. So that's why they're my favorite piece of content in Destiny. Same here. I can finally catch up, you know, to everybody. I feel like everybody's like expertise 30 by now. So it's nice that they're capping it. I don't know if it's an indefinite cap, but at least for now, so everybody can catch up. Um, like I said, it's my first season playing, so I still got a lot of catching up to do. I don't know how the game was beforehand. I've seen some videos that people used to make like alt accounts and then level them up to 40 or 30. I don't know. Something like that. And then they would dump all their SHD levels into like the materials, and that's how they boosted themselves up to, you know, expertise 30. I didn't play the game back then, so I don't know how any of that worked. But hey man, I wish I did, because that would be nice to kind of not have to worry about expertise or crafting materials or anything like that. I'm stuck running around every day through my control points and just picking up the boxes. You know, scrapping off the floor some materials. And then you got, of course, the OG players that are just drowning in all the loot.
I don't have to complain about guard duty being boring anymore.
All right, let's see. Can we level up to the next expertise? Can we? Probably not. It takes so much. Yeah, that is exactly what I do, man. I have the builds I want. So anything I get is just I don't really care for it. So it's either getting infused into like the expertise system or I am dismantling it because I do not need anything at the moment. I know there's people like that are in the super end game where they don't even pick the stuff up off the floor anymore. Not quite there, but yeah, no, I don't really look at anything I get here. Damn, that was pretty good. That is what we need, folks. That is exactly the type of drops we need. We need stuff that has not been completely made proficient. So as long as the game keeps giving me loot like that, we will be maxed out in no time here. It really was, man. That was some good exotic caches right there. We need more of that type of progress because all these countdowns that I'm running, I mean, I'm getting like nothing. I mean, obviously because it's so specific on what I'm looking for, but yeah, no, we need more of that. Whatever we just had from those exotic caches drop, we need more. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The backfire build basically is God mode. I only switched because I'm kind of getting tired of the hunters when they EMP and you know you can't use any of your abilities. I'm kind of getting annoyed by it, so I'm just gonna run the backfire build. Plus, I've used the Lexington so much, I'm like, bro, I gotta change it up. Because it's either I use the Lexington or the St. Elmo, and I'm like, how much can I use, you know, the same two guns over and over? Oh great, we didn't capture all of the countermeasures. Damn, gotta go back. Oh, I think he's got it. Thank God. We have a good teammate. Y'all chest piece? No, I've had a few drop. I know you can craft them, or well, not directly craft them, but you can go to the crafter to have a chance of getting it. I never got the, you know, that perfect row with the Hasbro, I think crit damage and then obliterate. And I'm not really wanting to spend all the materials on crafting like 1,000 of them to get the roll I want. Especially since we're coming up on the end of the season, it's not even it's not even worth going for. I mean, the build is good enough. Yeah, it takes me a while to build up those stacks with Striker without the backpack, but it's all good. It doesn't really affect me. The main part is, you know, you pick up the memento drops on the floor, you get so much health. It's like, it makes up the difference. Hey, what's up, Leviathan? How are you, man? I could try to answer them. Hey, man. No, I mean, I could give you my best effort. There you go. I can't guarantee the right answer, but I can at least give you my best effort, man. Meta for next season? I don't know, to be honest. Um, I hope, I hope it has, you know, since we just got the, what is it called? Tinkerer helmet. I hope it's something to do with that. I've seen a few YouTubers making videos how they're saying the Tinker builds that they're making are gonna be, you know, usable in the next season with the new modifiers and all that. But I hope they're right. I mean, I'll definitely try them out. I think, you know, the standard popular YouTubers. So I usually tend to kind of base my builds off of them. So we'll see. From Outcast boxes, like the ones you use the keys on, you find those in the missions. You can do some of the Outcast missions, and you can use those keys on them. I'm not sure if you can find them in free roam. Um, oh, for the my bad, man. The optimization. Let me look here, just so I could see it. Oh, like the tactical assessments, or what do you mean? Just a bit more specific. I could probably steer you in the right direction. Gotcha. So what you're talking about is these Outcast tactical assessments. Um, Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. So you can either craft them from the crafter. If I can open it. I don't know if I can open it during an encounter. No, I can't. But you can craft them. You can find the crafting blueprint from clearing control points, or you can. It should say in the description how you get these. Let me see here. Scroll up. Yeah, Outcast bosses. So you can do the bounties. You could run bounties. Outcast bounties if you want to do those. I don't think Dark Zone bosses drop the assessments, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't recommend going into the Dark Zone to try to farm those assessments. If I'm not mistaken, I swear I've been to the Dark Zone specifically to farm these assessments. They weren't dropping. I was only getting like those control point clear assessments. Yeah, and then what's your question about the backfire? I could try to help you. I mean, you know, I got the quote unquote meta build without, you know, the chess piece obviously, but I do have the 100% bleed resist and, you know, everything else. Oh, you got the Mascaladon, the Tinker one after 2 crashes? Yeah, dude, it was a nightmare. I'm not gonna lie, we reset at the boss 2 times because it just wasn't spawning the boss in. And we thought it soft locked. Well, it obviously did, but like it was like we had to do the whole mission again. We wiped twice, and on the 3rd try, the boss finally spawned. So I was like, oh, thank God, we don't have to run the mission all over again. I mean, it's not a too hard of a mission to complete, but you know, why rerun the whole thing when you could just kill the boss and get your loot? Oh, stats wise? Yeah, I could show you. I mean, let me just double check here. So I'm obviously running damage to targets out of cover, typical. Nothing out of the ordinary there. It's not expertise. Obviously, I have a proficient, so it's going to be missing some damage. You can obviously expertise it. Weapon stats, 87,000. Almost 60% crit chance. Crit damage could be better, you know, but what we're looking for is obviously survivability, 1.8 million health, and then 100% bleed resist, you know, 100% everything. With the tactical link or assault link, whatever it's called, when you activate it, you get so much damage out of that. I mean, it's your weapon stats don't really matter because your ultimate makes up for it. But obviously, base damage is always nice to have. I mean, as you can see, as soon as I pop the link, I'm hitting 800,000 a shot. So, I mean, you're definitely not lacking in damage or health with this build. yeah. I mean, it took me a second to get that figured out as well. It's my first season playing the division, so there's a bit of a learning curve I had to kind of get used to how everything works in this game. But yeah, once I, watched a few videos, guides, I really figured it all out, and it's been really nice ever since, man. Yep, that literally was me. I had no idea you had to like go into the, what is it called? The journey to unlock all that. I was literally just playing the game, watching videos on how people are just deleting everything with Assault Link, and I'm like, how do I don't get it. How do I unlock that? I thought I had to, level up my character or something. No, turns out you just gotta do a few challenges and claim it. The summer event crates? No, I don't believe so. You just have to hit. You don't have to have the paid season pass. You get the free track and then the paid one. As long as you hit tier 100 in your season pass, everything past 100, you alternate between the event packs or caches and whatever else there is, optimization and all that. But yeah, you just hit tier 100 plus, and you could just keep re-rolling these until you get what you want. Where are these patches? I keep getting patches, man. What is going on? The journey. If you go to journey, or let me go back. So you go to your season pass, go to journey, and that's where you can claim like the modifiers. As you can see, assault link. Once you complete some of these, you'll get that. Security link, all of these. So if you want to claim some modifiers while the season is still going, just double check your journey, see what you got to do, and you could take it from there. Whatever you got, you're good. Whatever you still need, you could grind out. You still got plenty of time, man. I mean, there's still a few weeks in the season left, so you'll be good. Hey man, that's a tough spot you're in. I'm not gonna lie. Next month we got the next season starting. Hey, maybe that's not a bad thing. You could take a break for a bit, come back, and then you will be just in time for the next season to start. You could grind all that out. Min max your builds with whatever the new modifiers are. So you'll be good to go. I mean, you never know. Oh, this isn't bad. Hold on, let me keep this. Not by choice. Oh man. Hey, good luck to you, man. Whatever you got to do, whatever it takes to, get your tasks done or whatever you got to do, and then hop back on the grind, man. Ah, I gotcha. It all makes sense, man. I completely understand. You got to take care of your responsibilities, and then, hey, man, as soon as you can, hop back on the grind and, start leveling up your agent. Thank you for the follow, man. I do appreciate it. And thanks for clicking on my stream in the first place. That also means a lot. I wish, man. No, no, I haven't. Go over here. 19 and a third. It's a grind. I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it just kind of happens as you play the game, unless if you're really focusing on maxing it out. But what's it called? I'm just glad they're capping it at 30, so you don't have to, worry about them dropping new loot, more loot, and then you keep falling behind. And the people that are grinding, they hit expertise 40 or whatever it's gonna be in the future. Table. Which one? The tinkering one or the crafting? Tinkering. All right. Is there a gun or what are you looking for? Very bottom. So the gear sets? Yep. I do see that. Yeah, Galdan, I'm telling you, it's a good thing they're capping it because the casual player, especially since the expertise is, enabled in the dark zone. I mean, after a certain point, I mean, if they keep raising expertise to 40, 50, you're gonna have such a gap between the regular guy and the min-maxer that they're gonna walk into the dark zone and just get deleted. Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, yeah. So you definitely want to focus on the donating all. Um, it's a grind, bro. I can't even lie, cause like I have all of the like regular guns and armor done. It's more of some of the name stuff. I know some of this is just collecting the hunter masks, and stuff, but it's a grind. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't focus on it too much. I'm focusing on it now because there's not much to do. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, I started this season, man. Like whenever I don't know how the seasons work in this game. So whenever the season started, because I remember purchasing the game, it was like on sale. I bought it whenever it was on that super sale where you got it for like super cheap, that's when I bought the game. I don't know when that was, but yeah, I just kind of just play, man. Watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of YouTuber videos. They I like the guys. The YouTubers here are much better, or not much better, but I think they're slightly better than some of the Destiny video YouTubers I watch, because I play Destiny besides this, and they seem to be a lot more informative in this game. Yeah. So I did it a little backwards. Most people say expertise all your guns first, but I actually did it the other way around, where I did my brand sets and gear sets first. Um, why? I have no idea. I think I just wanted to be different. But, ultimately it doesn't matter. We still get to that 30 goal at the end of the day. But um, yeah, I don't know. The YouTubers always say to do your guns first, so I will relay that information. Do the guns and then armor. I did do it backwards. I'm telling you, man, I don't know why I did it that way. I mean, I guess I saw how many brand sets and gear sets there were, and I'm like, well, might as well start there. But according to the YouTubers, I guess you're supposed to do guns then armor. So I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, does it does it really matter? I mean, if your goal is to max out everything, yeah, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I did hear that. I will see what comes of that. I know it's not coming this update, but or supposedly the following update. Um, yeah, we'll see. I don't know how I feel about a companion. It sounds good on paper. Um, but we'll see. Knowing this game and how many like random bugs there are, I can only assume the companion will have its fair share of bugs, I don't know, you're trying to get through a doorway and they're just standing in the way and you can't get through and progress your mission, or they can't jump over something to continue. I That's the first thing I think of. I'm like, okay, well, how many bugs will this have? So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like a literal character that you roam with, or if it's like a warhound. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be, but hopefully they definitely do enough playtesting on it to where you're not stuck in a room with the AI because the AI doesn't want to get out of the doorway. Or when you go to a control point and you walk into some of the AI and they just push you out of the way. Um, don't want that to happen either. So we'll see what comes of it. Exactly. That is what we need. We need like something subtle. You know, we can't have some over the top character that follows us because we all know it's gonna mess up the game somehow. We need something small, doesn't get in your way, ideally does pretty good damage to the ads. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna think of. I mean, we can already, we have drones and everything and seeker mines. So I don't know. We'll see what comes of it. Exactly. So we need some kind of animal, because anything past an animal, I guarantee you, it's either gonna break the game or you're gonna run into. I mean, if you could bring it into Dark Zone, imagine just getting absolutely destroyed by a companion. You know, you don't even see the guy, you only see his companion, he just absolutely rolls you. It's like, what the. But knowing this game, anything is possible. I mean, you're just gonna, it's like a mage build, you're just gonna be summoning companions that attack for you. I mean, God knows what they're gonna make. Exactly. We need an animal. No question. See, now we got a small movement going on here where we can petition to have an animal, because anything past an animal, we know the developers are going to break it. I mean, there's plenty of like stray animals running around in free roam that you can, pick up. So we can use one of those. Exactly. So we got to start a movement here, guys. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. It could even be like a robotic animal. I don't know too much about the lore in this game, but I see all the, as I was going through the campaigns, the technology, the flying quadcopter. I don't even know what it was called, so I know we can get to those hologram scene, all that over the top technology. I'm sure we could think of something. Yeah, there you go. You can, I don't know, shoot a flare in the air and you have one of those like quadcopters come in and I don't know, airstrike. I don't know, something like that, or like a small ATV you can drive around on, so you don't. I don't even know, to be honest. I mean, do we need that? If we could just travel everywhere. I think that would actually be not a bad idea, because if we reset your, when you reset your control points, you have to run to each control point to reclaim it. So I think we might be onto something here with the car, or something like that to speed up the process. Exactly. And think about it, like you said, you can get like an ice cream truck skin. So they could monetize it. There you go. See, they're making money. We can have like some over the top skins on our cars and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Exactly. See, now we're thinking, guys. We got to think outside the box here. Animals driving cars. I'm sure we can somehow fit that in the lore. Oh man. I don't doubt it. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know much about the lore, but from what I see, I mean, I don't really understand it. But I'm sure we can fit it in somewhere.
Warning. Experimental reactor unstable. Safety protocols activated. Magnetic containment failure. Elevated threat of EMP discharge.
I believe so, yeah. Let me double check. Oh, gotta wait for the mission to end. But yeah, I mean, aside from the Dark Zone ones, I don't really do those unless if I am really inclined on going into the Dark Zone. But yeah, other than that, that's why I've been just kind of running Countdown.
Containment field failure.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep running Countdown until
Required to stabilize reactor.
something pops into my head to do otherwise, because I don't know what else to do to farm expertise efficiently. I could probably reset my control points and do those for materials. Or, yeah, for materials, but we'll see. It's just a lot of running around. So, the countdown at least is like you're on a map. You don't have to, you know, traverse the entire DC. Come on, I need some exotics. What is going on? All this loot and it's nothing that I need. That was a close one. I was hitting the wrong key. I thought I was trying to put rearmor myself and I kept hitting the wrong key. My god. That was a close one. Oh, wait, did I get too greedy? Nope. Okay, thank God. I kept hitting the pick up button, but I wasn't picking up any of the gear there. Ooh. Alright. Oh, the Hollow Man mask? Yeah, that's a good one. The one I'm looking for from the Dark Zone, I've had it drop, but it was just such a bad roll. I ended up just donating it for the expertise is the Matador backpack. That's a good one. Um, I don't know what else drops from Dark Zone. I don't spend too much time there. I don't know what level I am. I think I'm like 25, or I don't know what level I am. I don't spend too much time in the Dark Zone. I try to avoid it. I'm not the best PvPer. Exactly. Yep. That's all it takes. I mean, you go in there one time, you just, get rolled by some tryhard, and at that point, yeah, at that point, that's my whole career in the Dark Zone right there, summed up. It's not, maybe it's not as bad, but I don't know. The PvP is so like, I don't know how I feel about it. When you play Conflict, it's just a bunch of people sitting in the back with like the mortar launcher turret and the seeker, or what are these called? The hive. Which one is it? Yeah, I don't know. One of these hive, and they just kind of delete you without you even seeing them. And then in the Dark Zone, you have a guy that just like, I mean, the speed that they move at is just, it's like, how are you supposed to hit them? So I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at, and I just um kind of avoid it. Exactly, Seeker Mind meta, bro. I mean, it's an experience. I mean, whatever it takes. I mean, I can't blame anybody, because that's just how the game functions. Whatever it takes to make it out alive. Exactly. Yep. Hey, trust me, me neither, man. There's no chance I'm going in there and like, I don't know, like spending a lot of time. I mean, once in a while, if it's focusing something interesting. Oh, like, see, it's backpacks. I should go in there, because I just said I wanted the Matador backpack. Will I go in there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But yeah, and then like you mentioned, Galdan, the Division 1 sticky bomb build. Yeah, that was with the tactician. You what was it? 40 stacks was max, I think. You built up your stacks, and then you could just nuke literally one person, or like a whole team, I guess, if they were close enough together, with a sticky bomb, and they wouldn't even know what hit them. So yeah, I mean, the Dark Zone is it's a great place if that's what you're into. If it's not, um hey bro, just avoid it. You don't need to go in there. It's nice to go in there, the y'all gear and all those named items are nice, but how much are you willing to do to get your gear? All right, I guess we'll keep farming. Countdown for the gloves. Man, they are not dropping. At least not the ones I want. Yeah, I know I've seen videos where people make like a one-shot pistol build or something, or like a one-shot sniper build, and I mean, I've seen it in action. I mean, like there's guys literally running around with like a tiny little revolver, and I mean, I don't think I have the right one. No, I don't. I think it's like an event revolver, but if you get this with like I think perfectly determined and you just stack enough headshot damage, you can start just one tapping everything. I've seen it. It's really sick, but it just doesn't fit my play style, that's all. But it's sick. I mean, anyone that uses it, hey, shout out to you. Yeah, no, it's disgustingly strong. I mean, plenty of videos out there showing one, million plus damage per shot. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Just not my play style, that's all. Hey, bro, I would be suspicious as well. I mean, you never know nowadays. Somebody could either have like a god tier build or they just have some kind of cheat engine where they could just nuke anything in their path. It's one or the other. It's really never in between nowadays. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I've seen those builds, the sniper one-shot build, the pistol one shot, they look great, but I think you got a point. I mean, maintaining all the buffs the whole time and you just full sending constantly, it's super fun, just not for me, that's all. You see, and if people are cheating in Monster Hunter, people are definitely cheating in this game. I mean, I don't know, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of cheating? Like, I get it. Like, it's fun to, absolutely just destroy everything. But like, how long does that last for before you're like, all right, back to playing normal? But then once you start playing normal, you feel so underpowered. It kind of, it kind of ruins the whole vibe, I guess you could say. He sounds good, man. You have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you stopping by and dropping the follow. It does go a long way. goal after expertise 30? Well, once you hit it, you gotta you gotta level up all your gear to it. So that will definitely take some time, because I do like to try different builds out a lot, and obviously to use the min-max versions of each of the builds, that takes a ridiculous amount of materials and time and effort. So hitting expertise 30 is probably the easy part. You know, you just use a bunch of random guns, donate some materials, and you end up at expertise 30 eventually. But min-maxing everything to that level is that's where the real grind is, in my opinion. It'll be nice to start a hardcore agent as well. I've never tried that before. I've seen, you know, you could see the little indicator above people's names that are playing on a hardcore agent. It looks pretty cool, so I might try that as well. Not sure how far I'll get, but we'll see. Bro, it's like a firing squad, Jesus. They're just getting blasted from each angle. That's crazy. Not quite a level of run. I wish. That would be nice. I could double check for you. Give me 1 second. Let the mission finish. We could see in the leaderboard here coming up. I'm just grinding it for expertise, man, to be honest. This is definitely not the most efficient way of doing the battle pass or the event, but I could only, you know, do those priority objectives for so long before I just get bored. Let's see here. Well, I guess that's your answer. Not enough, because I'm not sure how to check, because usually, you look, because with the priority objectives, it just shows you. Yeah. Short answer, not enough to justify it. Like Aldon said, not enough to justify focus farming it. I'm just doing it for expertise. So, yeah, let me restart my game here, though, because it's going to... for whatever reason, it freezes every few hours. Yeah, but if you're looking for like the most efficient way to get those summer caches, definitely priority objectives are the way to go. Besides that, I mean, it is a pretty long event. I think what it was like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So you have plenty of time to get all the loot. Obviously, some people just want to speed run through it. So priority objectives are the best way to speed run through it. But just playing the game, you'll kind of get everything. Especially with the drop rates on, like, I know everyone's going for Lexington since it has a 30% drop rate. It's inevitable that it will drop for you eventually. Um, Top of my head, no, but I could quickly look it up for you. I know they have the chart. The only one I remember is Lexington, to be honest, because what's it called? That's just what I was going for. I wasn't really looking for anything else. No raid guns, no nothing like that. Let me look here. I'll get you. It says turmoil knee pads are at 0.5% chance per cachet. So the odds aren't the greatest, 0.5%, but hey man, the odds they're there. Oh man, that is a terrible drop rate. Holy. Oh yeah. Let me go back here. Let me see if I could find a better article, because my God, that is terrible. Because I know, like I said, Lexington had a 30% chance. That I know for sure.
Here to check something out?
Yep. I'm not, dude, I'm really trying to find some better odds for you. I'm not gonna lie. I am scouring for something that sounds more promising, but I'm coming up a bit short on my end. I can't lie. uh Man, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, really, all I found, man, was 50% for cosmetics. So, that whole Stinger set. 10% for named items, 30% for Lexington. And then exclusive exotics are going to be 0.5%. So I think I don't think it's 0.5%. I think it's 10%, to be honest with you. Because it says listed name exotics are at 10%. And that's a listed named exotic. Yeah. So, no, it's better. I think it's 10%, man. It's 0.5% for the raid exotics. So, Lexington, or, sorry, Eagle Bear, Aorus, all that. 10%, man. So, I'm sure, I'm sure you'll get it with a reasonable time. I mean, I just got one. We could see. Maybe we'll get it. Nice. We got a skin. Let's go. Oh boy. There's so many patches and random skins. It's like, what is going on here, guys? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna see any other raid exotics drop, at least for me. I mean, I can't imagine with the 0.5% of an exclusive exotic. Yeah, good luck. There was, yeah. There was a payday event. It had a few masks and it had a Twitch drop. So this mask is a Twitch drop. I think if you just watch like I think 5 hours of a streamer, you would get this mask. And then obviously there were some paid masks, but then there were it was cool. I like the event. The whole style of it I like. I think they did a good job with payday, the collab. Yeah, Galadon, the odds are definitely not in our favor. Good thing we got 3 weeks, but I'm telling you, bro, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We might be battle pass tier like, I don't know, 200, 300 before we see anything drop. I'm just happy I got the Lexington. That's all I wanted, to be honest. I mean, I have the other raid exotic, so I don't really care for anything else.
Here to check something out? Thanks for the business.
Give me a second, chat. I just gotta answer a call. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I actually just saw that not too long ago. I saw they're bringing that back. That's pretty cool. I didn't really play survival too much, but hey, I'll always give it a chance. I thought it was I thought it's a really good concept and it fits the game well, especially since they're bringing back the snow. So it's gonna work pretty well.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedures.
A lot. We have done a lot of runs today. Um, I don't know how many. I mean, going for 3 hours almost. I mean, all the whole time. But we did restart the stream, so I guess with this segment, we'll call it. It's only been countdown, so 3 hours of countdown minimum. So not too bad. A lot of us got a caches. What we've opened 4 or 5 of them, so I mean, I guess you could kind of use how many caches we've opened to get an idea of how many runs we've done. So not too bad. Yeah, I will. Not sure when though. We'll keep going until I kind of burn out on Countdown, and then we'll switch over to Destiny. I mean, what? What I hit ever since I hit 450, man. I really am not sure of what to do. As we were kind of talking earlier, since the tier 5 drops aren't guaranteed, even at 450, it's kind of like, well, why even play? But yeah, we'll switch over eventually. Get a few runs, some pinnacle runs or something, and then we'll call it a day. Not good. No exotics. Not good. We're getting all the legendaries and everything, but we do not need those, folks. We need some exotics to drop. Oh well. Hopefully this room coming up will drop something. I think, what is this, the second or third run without a single exotic dropping? Bit of a dry spot. Yeah, that's pretty rough, man. Two, two is not good enough. I mean, obviously the caches are guaranteed, so I don't even, count those exotics. But 2 drops is rough. I'm not gonna lie. Bruh, the extraction is on the other side of the map. What is happening? We have a point right here. Why did it choose so far? Man. That is, that's just wasted time for our drops. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why why they decided to choose the farthest point from where we just finished the objective. Well, at least we had a really good team. We cleared that super quick. That was nice. Very good.
override safety protocols. Eliminate security breach. Failure to override safety protocols.